Hello everyone, and here we have our task 3 of data science and business analytics. So we have given a data set of SampleSuperstore and we need to explore this data set and we'll have to find out the weak areas where we could work to make more and more profits. So here we go. We have imported the useful libraries that is NumPy, Pandas, Seaborns, Matplotlib, etc. And after that, we have read the data using pandas. And here is the data set. So let us understand this data first. So this data set basically about a superstore based in United States, which has three categories of product, that is furniture, office supplies, and technology, which further consists of 17 subcategories, where these subcategories are distributed in 532 cities and 49 states, to three segments like consumer, corporate, and home office, with a shipping mode of first class, second class, standard class in the same day. Right? So we have understood this data. Now let us have a more vision about this data set. So we have found the shape of this data set. This data consists of 994 rows and 13 columns. And after that, we have determined the data types of each column. Now we have to find the missing values using isNull function. So here we have all the zeros in all columns. It concludes that our data set doesn't have any null values. And after that, we have explored the number of unique values in our data set, right? So as we know that our superset is based in United States, so it's better to remove the columns which would not create any impact whilst exploring the data. So we can drop the irrelevant columns like country and the postal code. So here we have dropped the columns, and now we have determined the unique values in particular categorical columns. So in ship mode, we have standard class, second class, first class in the same day. While in segment, we have consumer, corporate, home office, and in category, we have furniture, office supplies, and technology. Now the important part is to deal with the outliers. So using box plot, we have observed that sales and profits has the outliers. So we have identified these outliers. So the identified outliers is sale is 127 and the identified outliers in profit is 107. Similarly, we have encountered the outliers for quantity and the discount as well. So here we have identified outliers in discount is 300 and identified outliers in quantity is 113. So in conclusion, we have identified the outliers in following attributes. Now it's the time to remove the outliers. We have replaced the outliers by putting NaN values, and after that using fill NA we have replaced those null values to the mean values of the sale. In this way we have removed the outliers, and here we can observe that the box plot has a smooth curve, right? Similarly, we have removed for profits, discount, and the quantity. So we have now successfully removed all the outliers, and here's our data set. So let us do some univariate analysis. Let's know more about the shipping mode. Here we have four modes of shipping, that is standard class, second class, first class in the same day. So with percentage method and this hist plot, we can easily observe that most of the delivery performed on standard class, which is roughly equal to 60%, and 5% delivery performed on the same day, whereas 10 to 20% of the delivery performed on first and the second class. So now we have determined the segment. We have three segments, that is consumer, corporate, home office. So while using the percentage method, we can easily observe that 50% of the people belongs to consumer class, whereas 20 to 30% belongs to home office and the corporates. So we have observed by using histplot also. And after that we have analyzed this category. So categories, we have three types of categories, that is office supplies, furniture and technology. By using histplot and percentage method, we can easily conclude that 60% of the categories belongs to office supplies, whereas 20% categories belongs to furniture and technology. Whereas we have calculated the percentage of subcategories as well. So we have observed that binders, paper and furnishing has the highest percentage. So by using a histplot, we can conclude that binders and papers are the most existing subcategories in the superstore, whereas 9 to 15% of the subcategories fall under the office supplies, whereas 2 to 8% come under the furniture and the technology category. Let us do some bivariate analysis. So we have grouped the category in terms of sales and profit. By using bar graph, we can easily observe that most of the growth, most of the profit and the sales comes under the office supplies. So we can conclude that office supply has the highest sales and the profit, where furniture has the moderate sale but less profit, whereas technology has the least sales but moderate profit. Right? So using a count plot, we can easily observe that the region and the category, that most of the categories lies in the west region. Alright, so we have to analyze the sales and the profit in the segment as well. So we have observed using a scatter plot, in which we can easily observe that more profit is in consumer segment, which is in blue in color, right? And less profit comes under in home office segment, which is brown in color, right? And after that we have calculated the city and category wise in terms of profit, whereas the Las Vegas has the highest sales and profit in terms of technology. Alright, so here we have observed by using bar plots city with the profit, and we can easily observe that the loss and the profit of the cities. And after that we have categorized this. We have observed that top 6 subcategories, that is binders, paper, furnishing, phones, storage and art. So we have grouped this data in terms of region and subcategories. So now we have the various subcategories in the various regions. So by using a pie chart, we have observed that what percentage of the subcategory comes under which region. Similarly, in terms of state, we have observed by using pie chart that what percentage of the subcategory comes in what state. And after that we have used a pair plot, in which we have easily identified the correlation between the various attributes, and after that we have calculated the correlation amongst the attributes, and by using heat map we can easily observe that sales and profit are positively related, which is equal to 30%, and discount and profit are negatively related, which is equal to minus 2.1%. So I have used a pivot table in order to find out at what discount we would get the highest profit in terms of segment, and similarly on what discount we could get the highest sales in terms of segment. So by analyzing these pivot table, we can conclude that more than 30% of discount, the superstore was going on loss, and for a discount between 0 to 20%, the sales was average, but it was gaining the profit, right? And also using the line plot, we can observe that when discount is less than 30% in items, the sales was going on profit. right? And when the discount is more than 30% in item, the superstore is experiencing a high loss. Okay, and here is a combined scenario of profit of all the segments with a discount percentage. Like consumer with 0% discount will have this much profit, and consumer with this 0.2% discount, it would have this much profit, and corporate with this much discount would have this much profit. Likewise, we have encountered that various segment can have, on which percentage can have this much profit and this much loss. Let us now brief the work areas. After performing EDA on this dataset, we have come up with a very good conclusion, that is, discount more than 30% to the segment would result in loss, whereas discount is less than 30% is making profit. We should limit the sales of furniture and increase the sales that of office supplies and technology, as furniture is generating very less profit as compared to its sales. In the subcategories, we are facing huge loss on the sales of table, so its sales should be minimized. The sales and the profit in southern and the central region are very less, so we should give more incentives like discount in these states in order to increase sales, and hence profit would increase. And after the highest sales in California, we have high value of the potential customers in Texas and New York. So we should concentrate more than these states to generate more profit. We have the highest purchases in consumer segment, but we should also concentrate on corporate and home office segments to increase our sales and profits. Few states like North Dakota, West Virginia have less or no sales at all. So we should need to focus on these states. Thank you.